What's happening, my people? It's Cat Sports again, back for another afternoon with the family. Now, as usual, before I get started, let me give a shout out to the JBT community. It's just boxing talk. We're a group of people that just love to talk boxing. And we're always looking for others to join us. And you don't have to have a channel, a podcast, or anything like that. The only requirement is you just have to love to talk boxing. That's all. That's all. Miss Cass, hashtag JBT in the building. Salute to Miss Cass. Welcome to another episode of Cass Sports, the Boxtorian. This is the Tuesday afternoon edition. Everybody okay this Tuesday afternoon? Back for another day of history and all aspects of our sport that we can think of. We cover it all. Like I said, I got a big week planned for you, including today. Big show today. We're going to talk about just how do they rank these boxers. Okay, what is the criteria? Okay, now there is criteria. Now, whether they go by it or not is a whole different conversation. But there is a set of criteria and things they are supposed to go by when they rank these boxers. And we're going to talk about it today. Big week. Like tomorrow, it's fights that got away from us. Okay? I got 15 fights that we didn't get or we got, and they were just so disappointing. Not even close to what we were expecting to happen. Okay? I always refer to an example as the that week we had in July. Monster Cool Boy, Bud Earl. Those type of situations. Just surprising fights, disappointing fights, fights we didn't get. That's tomorrow. Plus we got Pro Box tomorrow night, so we're going to do a little preview on that. Then Thursday, the Fixed is in. Got a group of fights where the Fixed was definitely in on. Okay, that's Thursday. We're going to talk about that. A lot of them back around the time when the mob was running boxing. Okay? A lot of people say we're still in that time right now. That's a conversation for another day too. And then Friday, we're going to do our, starting this week, is the weekly profile. Okay, Friday, every week, once a week, we're going to profile a former professional boxer. And this week is going to be Joe Dixon, the first black boxer to ever win a world championship. And as a matter of fact, he was the first black athlete to win any kind of championship in sport. Okay. Joe Lynch. Jory Faints in the building. What's up, Jory Faints? Welcome to another episode of Cass Sports, the Boxtorian. Glad you stopped by today. We're going to talk about how they rank these boxers. It's Jory Faints 757, that is. One of the contestants that did a great job on the test last week. Maybe he'll win the next one. Because the winner of the last one is not eligible for the next one. Mr. Bruce Gas. So there's your second place finisher right there. Maybe he'll be the first place finisher on the next one. We'll have to see. Okay. But salute to Joy Faint in the building. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Now, like I was saying, they do have criteria that these sanctioning bodies are supposed to rank these fighters by, but do they use that criteria? It's still up in the air. Okay, but we're going to talk about the criteria that they're supposed to go by today. Definitely aren't, jury. Definitely aren't respecting the rankings. You know, they don't make people fight the mandatories and none of that stuff. We're going to get into all that, you know. Whereas, shouldn't there be a such thing as a mandatory? Okay. You got rankings. You got a number 1 and number 2 fighter. Let them fight, and the winner fight the champion. What you need a mandatory for? Okay. 1 and 2 fight, or the highest 2 fight, the winner fight the champion. Okay. Yeah. That's all. That is all. But we're gonna get into it about 2:30ish. Give a few more people time to get up in here. Yeah. And the government is involved in it too. Like a lot of times, I always say the government should step in and oversee boxing. They got laws and things in place, but they're not too stringent on enforcing them. They got stuff in place for boxing to get its act together, but you know, they just let the sanctioning bodies run rampant over the sport. You know, sanctioning bodies, promotional companies, state boxing commissions, it's just too many. It's just too many chiefs. You know what those saying? Everybody want to be the chief. Nobody want to be the Indians. That's how boxing is. You know, too many people in charge. Okay. Yeah, but we're gonna talk about it today. There's Remo, Skywalker Boxing. Yo, what's up, Skywalker? And Remo. Hashtag Let's Talk Fashion. Hashtag JBT in the building. I'm seeing my friend Skywalker in a while. Good to see you, Skywalker Boxio. Hashtag TWT. Another fire organization of channels and people that know and respect the sport of boxing. TWT, the winning team. Great organization. Skywalker Boxio is a member of it. And Remo. Hashtag Let's Talk Fashion. Hashtag JBT in the building on this Tuesday afternoon. So they coming in. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be talking about the rankings today. And time permitting at the end, I got a little since I talked about did all the weight classes and I did all the current men's rankings and champions and so forth. The women today, I'm going to do a pound for pound for the women at the end. Top 10 women pound for pound list. Haven't done that in a while. A little summary on each one. Yep, that's later on today at the end of the show. But the very end is going to be a look at tomorrow's hashtag Let's Talk Fashion about 3:45. That's the very end. Yeah, we got Pro Box tomorrow night too. This week's Pro Box, right? Let me see. Yeah, we didn't have Pro Box last week. Yeah, this is the Pro Box week too. Yeah. All right. So we got midweek boxing. Okay, this week. Yeah. We're glad when Pro Box get around to every week. They will eventually. One time they just like a little show to discuss boxing. Okay, now they're giving us fights, so they're advancing. They're advancing. Slowly but surely. Rome wasn't built in a day, right? Gotta be small before you can be big, all that. Right? But yeah, good to see everybody. Yeah, 3:45 preview shorty. That's what it is. Yep. Read something about Shakur supposed to be getting back in there around I think what was it, July or something? Sometime this summer, but he don't have an opponent yet. But yeah, they're just saying getting back in there. Christian Billy signed with Top Rank. Who was he with? Eddie Hearn or somebody? I can't remember, but he's with Top Rank now. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Over there with the Bob father. Yeah. A couple people saying Ngannou should give up boxing. Yeah, because the fascination with him is gone. Okay. Joshua just did what Fury was supposed to do. You know. He just gave Ngannou one extra bag in boxing, but we won't get any more big ones. Nope. The fascination is gone. I just can't believe how he got in there. And his second fight, he's gonna switch southpaw, like he's a switch hitter or something. You know? Been in MMA his whole life, then he's gonna come into boxing. The second fight gonna turn into a switch hitter. Crazy, man. And got dropped. I know Joshua's eyes probably got big as saucers when he saw that switch to southpaw. Like, no, he didn't. But he got fooled by the Fury. Like I say, it wasn't so much as, and I'm sticking by this, it wasn't so much as Ngannou looking good as it was Fury looking bad. That's what it was. Just what it was, man. Okay? And it showed in the Joshua fight. So maybe he'll go back to MMA where he was at. Yeah, I did too, Jory. I had picked Joshua, but I didn't think it was gonna be like that. No, not at all. I thought Ngannou would have done a little. Would have got it. I had picked Joshua for a decision. I thought Ngannou was gonna make it 10 rounds. He's taking all them elbows and kicks and all that stuff in the MMA. I didn't look for him to get sparked like that. But a boxing punch is different than a MMA punch, That's what they say anyway. I don't know too much about MMA at all. I didn't see Mike Rhyme or Mike Masick the last few days. About a week. But it's all good. We're gonna get started in about 5 or 10 minutes. Everybody good this Tuesday afternoon. Back into another work week. These weeks are going by so fast. Hashtag Let's Talk Fashion is supposed to be once a week. It seems like that's every day. I ain't complaining. I'm glad it's time for another one, but these weeks are coming around like days going past. And I do mine every day. It's like I'm doing like 3 every day. This is like we in the same day that I did the live yesterday, seems like. It's just crazy. But yeah, 100% Jory Faints. I thought it would have been a lot more competitive than that. Yeah. I don't think anybody can honestly say they thought that AJ was going to stop him like that in the second round. No. Because before the fight, I didn't talk to anybody who predicted that. Not one person. I talked to people who predicted stoppages, but they were all at least after 5, 6 rounds. Nobody said inside of 5. Nobody. There might have been somebody somewhere that said that, but I didn't talk to any of them. And it wasn't many. He got this big, tough guy, like I said, taking elbows and kicks and stuff. Wow. Sparked out like that. Yeah. Well, I loved it. AJ stood up for boxing Saturday. After what the damage Fury did. Fury did to it. Now Joe Parker, he's got Wilder and Zhilei Zhang back to back. So who will be next for him? A lot of people say AJ. Now AJ put himself in line for a shot with the winner of Fury and Usyk, but they got a rematch clause both ways, so they're going to be busy for a minute. So AJ and Parker got to get another fight in if one of them is going to get the winner of the undisputed fight. So why not each other? Winner versus winner. But then, like I said yesterday, suppose Fury and Usyk split those first two. Gotta have a trilogy. You cannot end the undisputed fights 1-1. No way, man. No way. Nothing is settled. Gotta be a trilogy. Yeah. And you know the Saudis, they're gonna put on a trilogy. Yeah, the Saudis putting on over there, man. The Bob Father and Oscar and Al Heyman and all them, man, the Saudis is taking over there. Mm-hmm. And Eddie Hearn. Oh, Eddie right up in there with him. Yep. Taking over. And they be having some big cards too. What was on that one? I know the Day of Reckoning was 9. I think it was even more on this one. There's a lot of fights. I didn't come in until the championship fights. I believe the first one was it Makhmadov or Malmadov, something like Kurbanov and those two guys. Yeah. That one, Ray Vargas, Zhilei Zhang, and then the last one, yeah. So it was 3 title fights. Zhang and Parker was actually interim, WBO interim. Zhang had it. But yeah, of course he don't have it anymore. Parker has it now. Yeah. But yeah, the how do they do these rankings, man? You know, that's the subject of today's show. Got a big week planned for you, including today. Big show today. Now the rankings are done by an organization. Well, the criteria is done by an organization called the American Association of Boxing Commissions. Okay. Yeah, they did. I know that card was a lot of early stoppages on there, Joey Finks. Yes, it was. It had a first round one in one of the earlier fights. Yeah. Somebody got taken out of there in round 1. You know, you barely sit down and get settled to watch the fight and it was over. Yeah. So I get all the way back there to the 7th. I'm looking for today is the 12th. Yes. Okay, here we go. Yeah, not the 11th. Excuse me for the paper. That's my notes. Okay, I believe I'm in the wrong place. Oh, here we go. Yes, the organization called the Association of Boxing Commissions that'll come up with the criteria for rankings. So before we get into the rankings, we're going to take a look on it, just brief look on it, just exactly who they are, right? I was going to take a look at them after I did the criteria, but I said that would be kind of backwards. They've given us a criteria, so we might as well look at who they are first, you know, very briefly. And yeah, we're going to look at the women's pound for pound today, because I did all those weight classes and talked about the men and did nothing for the women. So, you know, can't forget the women. They the ones that want all the smoke, giving us most of the, every time a woman's fight is for undisputed or they unifying a division or something, man, you know, yeah. Them women's, if one of them in a division with a title and another one come in and get other title, say no. We're going to unify that. That's how they do it over there. Yeah. The men could sit back and learn something from them. Because the women want to smoke over there. But yeah, This organization called the Association of Boxing Commission. It's an organization that come up with the criteria. Now we know the sanctioning bodies do what they want and rank what they want to go by. They pay no attention to this criteria. Yeah. But we are going to talk about what they supposed to go by. I should say that, not what they go by, what they supposed to go by, right? So yeah, I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit. I don't know what happened. Maybe I should just leave everything alone. Before I disappear. I did that one time last week, messing around. Went out. Sure did. I came back though. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So let's right quick look at what the function of the Association of Boxing Commissions. That's who comes up with this criteria, right? Now, wait a minute now. I'm not to it yet. Here we go. Now, the Association of Boxing Commissions, or the ABC, is a North American not-for-profit professional boxing and mixed martial arts organization that organizes contests and record keeping. Okay? It is governed by delegates of state, provincial, and tribal athletic commissions in the United States and Canada. Now, this organization was formed in the 1980s when executive directors of various boxing commissions met to discuss how boxing was handled in their jurisdiction. Annual conventions are held in training/certification courses organized for contest judges are also held. At the 2018 convention in Florida, the ABC voted by 34 states to 2 to endorse BoxRec as the sole official record keeper for the sport of professional boxing. Okay, old BoxRec. Now, the aims of the ABC are to promote continual improvement of boxing, mixed martial arts, and other unarmed combat sports. Promote uniform health and safety standards in these sports. Promote standard reporting between members, including results, injury reports, suspensions, and other medical information. Encourage communication and cooperation between member organizations in these sports. Okay? Publish medical and training information and provide education for all boxing and MMA related professionals. Establish and run a charitable foundation to aid indigent boxers. Encourage adherence to and enforcement of applicable federal laws by each member of the ABC. Okay? That's a little about who the ABC is. Okay? Who gives us these criteria. Okay, for ranking these fighters. Now here we go with the criteria. Okay, this is the ABC ratings criteria. Guidelines for objective and consistent criteria for the rankings of professional boxers. Now, the ABC realizes that any ranking structure can be subjective in nature, and therefore is a definite need for all organizations to create ranking structure that is more objective, more precise, and more consistent, based less on subjectivity and more on competition between active boxers. so that when a world title fight is advertised, the general public is assured that it is indeed between two deserving boxers. Okay? Yeah. Subjective is like, biased, favoritism, whereas objective is based on records, resume, activity, how busy you are, So that's what these guidelines, this criteria, the ABC was trying to do, make it more objective, actually based on what's happening in the ring, instead of favoritism and opinionated biasness, like the sanctioning bodies actually do, right? Okay, now, it wasn't, yeah. Now, the basic theory is to have the boxers themselves prove they are worthy of being ranked, right? By their performance. Movement of these top boxers should be based on wins and losses and not on subjective criteria, which I just talked about. And subjective criteria is very different among the sanctioning organizations, right? Now, for boxers to maintain their ranking, they should at least be active and competing against other ranked opponents. Okay. This type of ranking system will increase activity among the top boxers of the world. Now, a sanctioning organization may decide how many boxers to rank in a division, okay? Yeah, the ABC leaves that up to the sanctioning body, whether they want to have a top 10, top 15, top 100, whatever, But they're supposed to go by this criteria, but the number of people they want to rank that's their own business. Now, this ranking criteria I'm going to talk about today was adopted by the ABC in the year 2000, and it was further amended in 2002, okay? Now, number one, no boxer can be ranked in more than one division, right? Makes sense. One division at a time. Number one was rankings must be based solely on win-loss records, level of competition, and activity. Win-loss record, level of competition, and activity. Basic three things, right? The record of any ranked boxer shall be verified by the ABC's official boxing registry. So they have an office that actually goes back and verify the records of all ranked boxers. Now, number two was no boxer can be ranked in more than one division. Number three, for a boxer to be ranked, the boxer shall have competed in at least 2 fights scheduled for 10 rounds or 4 fights scheduled for 8 rounds, right? They're not saying the fight have to go to 10 rounds, but you have to have at least been in 2 fights scheduled for 10 or 4 scheduled for 8. You can't be like in 4 6-round fights. No, you don't get ranked. Got to be at least 4 8 ones or 2 10 ones, okay? No prospects. That's basically what they're saying. 4, in order to maintain a ranking, the boxer A shall compete at least once during each 12-month period from the time the boxer gets ranked, okay? Got to fight at least once a year. Keith Thurman. So how's Keith Thurman ranked? That's what I'm saying. The sanctioning bodies clearly don't go by this criteria. Keith Thurman wouldn't be in anybody's rank, top 10 or top 100 for that matter. And B, so have competed against another ranked boxer within each 18 months period from the time the boxer gets ranked. Okay? So within a year, you got to fight. You can fight anybody. But within 18 months, you got to fight another ranked boxer. So you might as well fight the ranked boxer within the year, right? Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Now, a boxer who doesn't meet this level of competition shall not retain the boxer's ranking. Simple. Keith Thurman. Exceptions can only be made for injuries verified in writing by a licensed physician, an MD or a DO. Okay? Got to be. You thought of Keith too, Joy Franks? Yeah. Clearly, if they were going by the criteria, he wouldn't be nowhere near anybody's rank, any sanctioning body's ranking. What is he for? One time in 4 years? He doesn't check off neither box. Because you can fight anybody within a year, but within 18 months, you got to fight another ranked boxer. Keith haven't done either one of them. You know? And the only exception, you got to have a injury verified by a doctor. Okay. Medical doctor, optometry, you got to have it verified by a doctor. Now we're at number 5. Now, if a ranked boxer loses to an unranked boxer, A, the ranked boxer shall be lowered at least one position in the rankings. Now, the unranked boxer that beat him doesn't necessarily have to be put above him, but the ranked boxer will definitely drop at least one ranking. Or B, the unranked boxer shall be considered for a ranking somewhere in the rankings. So it doesn't say the unranked boxer that beat the ranked boxer will definitely get ranked, but they will be considered for ranking. Makes sense. 6, if 2 boxers are ranked and compete against each other, and the lower ranked boxer wins, A, the lower ranked boxer shall be elevated in the rankings. B, the higher ranked boxer shall be lowered in the rankings. Again, it doesn't say the lower ranked boxer will have to be put up above the higher ranked boxer that he beat, but he will go up, and the higher ranked boxer will come down. Okay? Now, the ABC also adopts the following criteria. Sanctioning organizations shall consider all active boxers in regard to a ranking in a particular division, even if the boxer is ranked by another sanctioning organization. Okay. Now, one boxer cannot be ranked in 2 different divisions, but one boxer can be ranked by 2 different sanctioning bodies in the same division, right? Like you could be number 1 for the WBA at lightweight, and you could be number 3 for the WBC at lightweight. Okay. Now, this should not affect mandatory positions or which boxers are available for elimination fights. Like if you're number 1 for the WBA and the WBC puts you in at number 3, the WBA cannot say, well, you don't get the mandatory for the champion because the WBC got you number 3. The WBA still have to honor you being ranked number 1. They can't pay no attention to the WBC ranking. Now, the ranking of a boxer should not be based directly or indirectly on the following: the identity of the boxer's promoter, manager, or any other person who the boxer is affiliated with. Okay, none of that should be taken into consideration when you're getting ranked. Your promoter, manager, none of that stuff. Or the attendance of the boxer or the boxer's affiliates at a convention or other function sponsored by the sanctioning organization. Okay, none of those things can be considered when they're ranking you. All sanctioning organizations shall eliminate from their ratings criteria. All sanctioning organizations shall eliminate from their ratings criteria any wording suggesting that its ratings criteria are conditional or subject to exception. Say like the WBC can't say, if you're not Mexican, you can't get in our rankings. No kind of conditional or any kind of language or anything can be in your rankings criteria. Now, as prescribed, now see, this is what I mean about the federal government. They'll have a few laws and stuff in place over professional boxing, but I don't think they follow up on them or enforce them. Now, it's prescribed by federal law. Each sanctioning organization is required to submit to the Federal Trade Commission or publish on its internet website, and also to submit to the Association of Boxing Commissions the following information. A complete description of the sanctioning organization's rankings, criteria, policies, and general sanctioning fees. B, the bylaws of the sanctioning organization. C, the appeals procedures of the sanctioning organization for a boxer's ranking. D, a list and business address of the organization's officials who vote on the rankings of boxing. Okay? Now, where's everybody at today? In furtherance of these legislative measures, sanctioning organization shall develop its website in a clear and concise manner so that all interested parties, especially boxers, can easily find information and ratings criteria and the rankings of the sanctioning organizations for the preceding 6 months are included. Now, Mike Macy. I was just wondering about you, Mike Macy. Salute to Mike Macy in the building. We're just going over the criteria that these sanctioning bodies use to rank these boxers. And of course, sanctioning bodies aren't the only ones that rank. We have Ring Magazine, whose rankings I use. They pretty much on point. Like I say, Ring is owned by Oscar, but I don't hold that against them. You got Box Rec that do rankings, ESPN, Bad Left Hook, few other publications, Sports Illustrated, Sporting News, they all do rankings. But this is mainly for the sanctioning bodies. Okay. They're the ones whose rankings count when you going for belts and that kind of stuff. Wait a minute. Excuse me for a minute. Yeah, the sanctioning bodies. Here I go with these pictures again. They had some material for you. I went the wrong way. Everybody doing okay this Tuesday? Just still early in the week. We're gonna make it through though. And this is the organization here that in charge of this coming up with this criteria stuff. That's them. Well, let me get that comment out the way. I should have been on top of this. I forgot all about this. Come on, man. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the Association of Boxing Commission. Kind of light round the bottom, but hey. A salute to Mike Mason, everybody in the building. I was just asking, I haven't seen you in a couple of days, Mike. All good with you, bro? But it's good to see you again now. Okay, now, where was I? Yeah. The Association of Boxing Commissions shall, on an annual basis, determine if a sanctioning organization has adhered to and complied with the Association of Boxing Commission's guidelines for objective and consistent criteria for the rankings of professional boxers, as well as the dictates of the above referenced statutory provisions. In the event the ABC determines there has been such adherence and compliance, the ABC issues a certification of adherence and compliance to the sanctioning organization or organizations that is adhered. Let's look at the sanctioning bodies, the big four, right quick. That's all. There they are. That's the big four. Look a lot better if I take that ring off with solid black background. There we go. Much better. Okay. That's the big four. WB, look on the phone. That'll be much better. IBF, WBC, WBO, WBA, right? And that's the green belt. That's the WBC, right? Now, the ABC have made some recommendations too. Here are some recommendations that ABC have made to the sanctioning organization. And you will see that the sanctioning organization doesn't adhere to all of them, but I guess they don't have to because they are just recommendations, right? Anyway, here's some of the recommendations here. Okay, busy at work. That's all good, Mike. Glad to see you back in the building. Okay, yeah, that's the green belt there. And what's the WBA? The black belt. It's WBA. Yeah, but here are the recommendations. Okay. 1. Except as provided below, a boxer should be designated as a mandatory challenger only after the boxer has participated in a sanctioning organization's elimination bout in which the 2 highest rated available boxers participated. That's what I was talking about. If Joey Franks is still here, in the beginning when I about said it shouldn't even be no mandatory. Boxer should only be a mandatory if he has participated in a fight between the 2 highest ranked boxers in a division. Okay, how can you be a mandatory and there's another ranked boxer right next to you? Fight him, then you become a mandatory. Nobody should just be given a mandatory position. You should have to earn it, right? But the way it is, these are just recommendations, though, because the way the sanctioning bodies do it, they just award mandatory. Here, you number 1, you the mandatory challenger, and then they don't force them. So it's crazy. Okay, the next recommendation is there should be no interim champions. If a champion is injured, I like this one. If a champion, because I got a perfect example of this, there should be no interim champions. If a champion is injured and cannot meet the boxer's obligations, okay, to defend, given a 6-month grace period, the next 2 highest rated boxers shall compete for the title. Now, once the injured champion is ready, that boxer shall be the mandatory challenger for the new champion, right? A champion gets injured, that's what they're saying. And they get a 6-month grace period. If they can't defend within 6 months, then they get stripped. The top rated boxers fight for the title. Now that champion that got stripped, once they're well enough to fight, they automatically get a fight with the new champion. Now if they don't want to take that fight, then the belt is gone. But you get your shot. As soon as you're able to, you get a shot to fight back for your belt. Perfect example now that's going on. And the women, anyway. Savannah Marshall was the undisputed champion at super middleweight. She got hurt. Shadeja Green was made interim. Her and Franchon Cruz fought. Franchon Cruz won. So when Savannah Marshall came back, her and Franchon Cruz should have fought. But what they do is this is WBC, what they do is Savannah Marshall comes back, she stays champion. Franchon Cruz stays interim champion. Now, when they both fight somebody else, they collect sanctioning fees from both of them. That's the kind of nonsense they do. When, in reality, when Savannah came back, her and Franchon should have fought. So there'll only be one champion. But the WBC want both of them, one a champion and an interim champion. So when both of them fight somebody, they can collect sanctioning fees from both of them, which is ridiculous. But that's how it is. Yeah, that's a perfect example of that recommendation they're making to stop that type of nonsense. Should be no interim champion. Okay. Number 3, there should be no super champion. An organization cannot have 2 champions in one division. And it's a very simple remedy. Just have them fight. And you'll have one champion. Yeah. So many rules they breaking, Jory Faints. What's up, Lonnie Lee? Lonnie Lee in the building. Off work, home, or on his way to the crib. Talking about the ranking system today, Lonnie. There is criteria set down that they're supposed to follow to straighten this mess out, but they don't. Okay? It's all about sanctioning fees, though. That's the bottom line. They want as many champions as possible. They don't want one champion. They have 2 or 3, have a super, an interim, a regular. They can collect sanctioning fees from all of them. Look at super middleweight for the men. They got an undisputed champion. David Benavidez was interim, wasn't he? David Morrell was regular. I know Morrell and Benavidez was regular and interim, whichever way it went. Canelo was undisputed. So each time one of those 3 fight, they got to pay sanctioning fees. They collect the sanctioning fees from 3 different champions in one division. When all that can be settled, David Benavidez and David Morrell fight, you want to fight Canelo, there's your champion at super middleweight. Very simple. Very simple remedy, but they don't want to remedy it. They want the confusion. And that's the WBO, ain't it? Like the rust. Wait a minute. No, that's the IBF is the rust colored. Red, is it red or rust colored? I can't tell. Yeah, that's the IBF, the red belt. The WBO is rust colored. Yeah. That's the WBO there. Oh, wait a minute. No, it ain't. That's Clarissa Shields. Yeah. That's the WBO, the rust colored one. Okay. Now, proposal. Now, recommendation. The difference between a recommendation and a proposal is this. A recommendation is something that's being advised or suggested to actually be done, right? Whereas a proposal is something that's just being discussed, okay? Recommendation is something that you're advising or suggesting for someone to actually do. Proposal is just something being discussed, okay? So now they made a proposal to the sanctioning bodies, okay? Now it is the belief of the ABC that extreme weight cutting to make a weight and then rapidly rehydrate to gain a competitive advantage is contrary to the spirit of the weight class that was designed for the health and safety and fair competition. The ABC makes the following statement in the rankings criteria. Extreme weight cutting is cheating, and extreme weight cutting is dangerous, okay? Now here's the proposal ABC made. Any 8, 10, or 12 round championship fight will be subject to a follow-up weigh-in held at a time and place determined by the local commission. At this follow-up weigh-in, the boxers cannot exceed 10% of the fight contract weight. For example, the fight contract weight for 147 pounds, 147 plus 10% is 14.7 pounds. So the night of the fight, the 2 boxers cannot go past 161.7%. And I like 10% instead of 10 straight pounds because it's good. Because the bigger guys will be able to put on a little more weight back on. You know, the bigger you are, a little more, you can put a little more weight back on. But that is very good, man. For example, 147 is 14.7, where 175 would be 17.5 pounds. So a bigger guy, you know, can put a little more weight back on. And that is good. Across the board, all 4 sanctioning bodies, 10%. You know. Now, if a boxer misses weight at the second day weigh-in, the fight is only a title fight for the boxer that made weight, okay? If the boxer that missed weight or didn't make weight wins the fight, and they are the challenger, they cannot claim the title, right? If the current champion is the boxer that didn't make weight, but they win the fight, they don't retain the title. The title becomes vacant. It becomes vacant in both cases. If the challenger misses weight and he beats the champion, and the champion misses weight and he wins the fight, either way, the title becomes vacant. You can't miss weight and then win the title. It should be noted that these same day weigh-ins, you weigh in only one time. That's it. Like now, the first one, you can get an hour, whatever they give you to go and try to lose the weight. But the second one, they had a fight weigh-in one time. You miss it, you missed it. You know, and there also will be a minimum fine for missing weight on either day of at least 10% of the offender's purse that will go to the other boxer. Don't that sound familiar, what I was saying last week? I wasn't going as deep as 10% now, but I was saying you miss weight, you should be fine. That's how you get a person to do something right and hit that pocket. Hit the pocket. Okay. Yeah, get right in a hurry. Now, the state commissions may also choose to further fine and or issue suspension to the offender. So that's a double whammy. The state where you boxing in, you know, who licensed the fight or whatever, can also step in after the sanctioning body and fine you. That's right, Joey Franks, hit the pockets. That's how the military do it. You mess up in the military, they don't suspend you from work or nothing. But when your next paycheck comes, there's going to be some money taken out of it. It's called Article 15. That's how they keep their people on the straight and narrow. They hit the pockets. And that'll keep a person on the straight and narrow too. When them pockets are lighter, now any ranked boxer who exceeds the contracted weight for any championship fight will be immediately removed from the ranking of all sanctioning organizations and will not be ranked in that weight class until he or she makes weight in that weight class for a future fight. Okay? Now that makes perfect sense to me. Okay, so now we are going to look at a top 10 for the women. I mean, pound for pound, top 10 for the women. Okay. Since I did all this, I went through all the weight classes for the men, and I ranked all the men's boxers and current champions and all that. So I got to do something for the women. So we're going to do a pound for pound list for the women. Okay. And I'm going to put the first picture up there. I guess you already know who it is. Number one. Yeah. Here's number one. You can make an argument for Amanda Serrano or Katie Taylor. Slight argument, because Katie is also two-time undisputed in the 4-belt era in 2 different weight classes, one of 4 people. Amanda got, like they always hopping and hollering about Manny's 8 divisions. Amanda got 7, and Manny is retired. Amanda could pass him, right? But you don't hear too much about her 7. But if Manny's 8 is big time, Amanda's 7 is also. And like I say, Amanda is still fighting. She could have 9 one day. How can they be ranting and raving about Manny's 8 and Amanda end up with 9 championships? So you can make a slight argument for those 2 women, Amanda and Katie, but not much of one. The GOAT is number 1. Okay. On my pound for pound for the women anyway. All right, Clarissa Shields. She turned pro in 2017. She's 14-0. Only 2 KOs. She, not too many women had big high knockout rates. Some do, like Amanda. She got a good one, but Clarissa's 2-0. Born in Flint, Michigan, still resides in Flint, Michigan. Calls herself the GOAT, like I said. Her last fight was against Maricela Cornejo in June of 2023 last year. She won by unanimous decision. Wins most of her fights by UD. Like I said, 14 fights, she got 2 knockouts. That's all. Aunt McQueen in the building. What's up, Aunt McQueen? Oh, you agree with that number 1, Aunt? The GOAT? Yeah, I got the GOAT number 1. But you could make an argument for Amanda and KT. You know, could make an argument, slight one. But I gotta go with the GOAT. Yeah, yeah. She beat Maricela Cornejo, UD, last June. But that's the last time she fought. The GOAT should be going on the schedule pretty soon. But her next fight, nothing yet to be announced. Now, the self-proclaimed GOAT has earned her nickname as she has backed up all of her trash talk. She can talk some too now, but she backs it up. The 2-time Olympic gold medalist and one of only 4 boxers to be 2-time undisputed in the 4-belt era is number 1 or close to it on every women's pound-for-pound list that I've looked at, or nearly everyone. I seen one the other day that had KT number 1, but most of them is the GOAT. Yeah. Number 2 was rough, man, for me. Amanda Serrano and KT, man. I went back and forth on that one, but this is who got it. Oh, not me. What happened? This is who got it. Amanda, not Cat Sports. Amanda, I'd probably be like number 500. Like 499 women would be to beat my ass today. Yeah, Amanda is number 2. All 10 of these probably definitely would. But Amanda's number 2. Amanda Serrano, yeah. She has already said she is not fighting anymore 10-round, 2-minute championship fights. If the men do it, and her and Jake Paul making it happen. She turned in that green belt, right? This one right here. She turned it in. She said, y'all not going to give me my 10-minute 2 rounds. Take it back. And if enough women do that, the WBC will be on board. When the sanctioning fee starts slowing up. Denise Estrada got a undisputed coming up later on this month. 10 rounds, 2 minutes. Come on over there with Jake. Drop that green belt. And you get to go 12 rounds. Right? Drop that green belt. You get to go 12 rounds in 3 minutes. More of them do that, the green belt will be on board. That's not the green belt. Just leave it alone, Cass. That's the one I was talking about. Drop that one, and more people they'll get on board and give you the 12 round, 3 minutes. But anyway, Amanda, she turned pro in 2009, right? Born in Puerto Rico, resides in Carolina, Puerto Rico now, but she's not fighting. She has 49 fights. 2009, yeah, she's been fighting a long time. She has 49 fights. She's won 46. She's lost 2. She has 1 draw. 30 knockouts. That's a lot of knockouts for women's boxing, man. 30. Yep. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Ant says, maybe never. Nova Suleiman. Yeah, you're right, Ant. Marches to the beat of his own drum. Yep, just like his daddy, Jose did. Yeah, never know. With Suleiman and the green belt. Very true, Ant. But yeah, she has 30 knockouts. Amanda does. That's good. Call herself the real deal. Last fight was in October of last year. She beat Danila Ramos, UD, in a 12 3-minute round fight, and they both looked good. Both had the stamina and the skills to look good going 12 3-minute rounds. And she was just supposed to did it not last week, and the week before that. Yeah, but she got hurt, got injured. But there was another prospects that fought 4 rounds, but it was 3 4-minute rounds. It was 4 3-minute rounds, excuse me. So yeah, Jake is making it a reality over there. Yeah, there was another women's fight on that card. It was 4 3-minute rounds. Yeah. But yeah, Amanda's next fight hasn't been rescheduled yet. The next fight, I guess it's going to be against that. I forgot the lady's name. She was supposed to fight the other week. I guess it's going to be against her. You know, because they never had to fight. But anyway, she is the real deal is a 7-division champion, right? That's a Guinness World Record for women's boxing, by the way. At one point in her career, she had a 28-fight winning streak. Okay. The real deal has moved up and down weight classes with great success. She made history in a win over Danila Ramos, the first female fight to be scheduled for that distance since 2007. I just talked about that. That was in October 2023. I don't remember who it was in 2007. They went, I guess it might have been still 2 minutes, but it went 12 rounds. Maybe I think a little later Ali was still fighting around the time. Maybe it was her. Yeah. I'm gonna have to look that up. Not right now though. I should have saw that when I was writing that up and looked that up. I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry. You know who's 3? KT. Y'all already knew that. When I said I went back and forth for number 2 between Amanda and KT, you knew KT had to be 3, right? Okay. Katie Taylor. She turned pro in 2016. She was born in Ireland, but now she resides in Connecticut, the good old US of A, right? 24 fights, 23-1. He lost to was it Jessica McCaskill? Yeah. No, yeah. Went back. No, I can't remember who it was. That she was just had the 2 undisputed fights with. It was Chantel Cameron. Yeah, Chantel Cameron. Now they should have a trilogy because they just had back-to-back undisputed fights. They both won one of them, right? They were each other's only loss, and they both was majority decisions. Right? One judge called it a draw, both fights. So they gotta have a trilogy, man. When have you ever seen a series that deserves a trilogy more than that with those stats, man? Each other's only loss, both was majority decisions. Okay? 2 close fights. One judge scored a draw in both of them. Those 2 fights are begging for a trilogy, man, but I haven't heard nothing yet. Neither has got another fight scheduled yet either, so maybe we'll get it. Yeah. That's pay-per-view type stuff there. KT, Chantel Cameron 3. Oh, man. Yeah. But anyway, Katie Taylor is number 3. And she turned pro in 2016. Well, I did all that, right? Lives in Connecticut now. 23-1, 6 knockouts. Calls herself the Brave Bomber, or KT. Last fight, like I just said, was against Chantel Cameron. That was the second one. KT won that one. That was in November 2023. Next fight not scheduled. Hopefully it'll be Chantel again. In a perfect world, it would be, right? She's a 2012 Olympic gold medalist. And her resume reads like a murderous row of women's boxing. Check this out, man. These are all her victims. Jessica, if you know about women's boxing, listen to this. Jessica McCaskill, Victoria Bustos, Eva Wallstrom, Rose Volante, Delphine Pursoon, Natasha Jonas, Amanda Serrano, and Chantel Cameron. 4 of them on this list. Now that's a murderous role of women's boxing right there. You got one of them Oscar type resumes, man. Okay. Yeah, she called herself the Brave Bomber. She defeated that entire list. And she is one of only 4 boxers to be 2-time undisputed in the 4-belt era, along with the GOAT, Bud Crawford, and the Monster. The Monster. Not Monster. Monster. Monsta. Monster. Okay. So where we at now? Number 4, right? Number 4 is... Okay. Oh, we got plenty of time. It's not in 3:15. Half proud to the Let's Talk Fashion people. Number 4 is right there. Here's Chantel. Had to be Chantel, you know. Now she don't have no next fight scheduled neither. Hopefully it's KT. In a perfect world, like I just said. That is screaming for a trilogy though, man. But number 4 is Chantel Cameron. She turned pro in 2017, right? She's from born in Northampton, UK, still resides in Northampton, UK. 18-1, 8 knockouts. Like I was saying, her and KT's only loss is to each other, right? And it just happened in back-to-back fights. They split 1-1. I have never seen something more deserving of a trilogy than them 2 fights there, man. None. Not even Ali Frazier. Well, nah, I'm going a bit far there. But it deserves a trilogy. Call herself El Capo. Last fight, Katie Taylor. November last year. Next to be announced. I would love to write Katie Taylor in there next. Now, she handed Katie Taylor her only professional loss last May, and was sensational while doing it. Now, she's an elite level operator in women's boxing, and her only professional loss came against Taylor in the rematch. See what I mean about that trilogy? She is a former undisputed champion at super lightweight, claiming that honor with wins over Victoria Bustos and Jessica McCaskill in 2022. Okay? Victoria Bustos and Jessica McCaskill. 2 killers in women's boxing. Okay? That was Chantel Cameron was number 4. Okay? We're coming to the halfway point. Number 5 is Denise Estrada. Number 5. Number 5, Denise Estrada. All right. She got an undisputed fight coming up in a couple weeks down there at strawweight 105. What I talked about yesterday, strawweight, remember? Yeah. I should. Well, I didn't do. I guess I should have Denise on my top 10, but I didn't do no current fights. But like I was just saying, her undisputed is 10 rounds, 2 minutes, because she's over there with the Bob father, right? You should get with Jake. Drop that green belt. Get on over there with Jake, and get them 12 rounds, 3 minutes, girl. Get that nonsense that Mauricio and them talking about. Drop it. Okay. Throw it in the trash. Well, you ain't got to throw it in the trash. Just give it back to him. That's all. That's all you got to do. Just give it back to him. And you won't be undisputed, but you'll be 3-belt unified, and you get to fight 12 3-minute rounds. What you deserve to do. You're going up them steps just like the men. You know? Yeah, we're halfway. Denise Estrada. Okay? Okay, let's talk about Denise a little bit. Denise Started in 2011. It was back a ways. Born and still resides in Los Angeles, California. 25 and 0. 25 and 0. 9 knockouts. Like I say, going for undisputed. What's today? What's this Saturday? The 6th. This Saturday. It was last Saturday, the 9th, 16th. I think it's the 23rd, something like. No, it's on a Friday, the 29th. Yeah, Father having another card on a Friday at the end of the month. Yeah, it's on the undercard of Oscar Valdez and somebody. I forgot who it was. Anybody remember who Oscar Valdez fighting? Yeah, it's on that on the bottom of that card. I'm gonna tell you in a little while. But Sinisa Estrada, 25 and 09 knockouts, calls herself super bad. Okay, her last fight was against Leonela Paola Utica. That was a UD. Oh, here it is right here. Her next fight is March 29th. I'm so crazy. I got it written down right here. I'm getting ready to pull up box record. All that stuff is written down right here. Jocasta Valet. Okay, they going for undisputed at strawweight, the weight class I talked about yesterday, as a matter of fact. Yeah. Yeah, more and more technique. Yeah, you're right, Ed. Back in the day, there was a lot of brawling. Women's boxing is definitely improved. I'm watching it more now than I ever had. I used to only watch like Later Ali and with those type of fighters, the top. But now I watch all of them, man. You know, it only had to be a top 10 fight. Yeah. More and more technique now, yeah. And I'm watching it more than I ever have. Very interesting. Man, 10 years ago, I'm making a women's pound for pound list now. 5 years ago, I didn't even know 10 women fighters. Seriously. And now I can make pound for pound lists and stuff. I could probably reel off like 30 or 40 right off the top of my head. But 5 years ago, I would have to go to Google or something to name 5 women's fighters. Seriously. That's how far they've come with me. But we are on Denise Estrada. 3 point by Ed McQueen as usual. Okay, super bad, right? That's what she calls herself. Super bad. And so far in her 12-year professional career, she has lived up to her ring name. Yep, 12 years. Okay, during her undefeated run, she scored the fastest knockout in women's boxing history, blasting out Miranda Atkins. And get this, you ain't gonna believe this. Guess how much you think? How fast you think it was? 30 seconds, 40 seconds, a minute? It was 7 seconds. That's an SEVEN. 7 seconds. Faster than women's history. That might be a period. 7 seconds. She got this girl up out of there. Miranda Atkins. Yeah. She's the reigning WBA minimum weight champion. And Jocasta Valet is putting her 3. Valet has the WBC, IBF, and the WBO. And they're going at it for undisputed on March 29th. Yeah. The one I did yesterday, minimum weight, strawweight, yeah, 105. Undisputed. 10 rounds, 2 minutes. Sinisa Estrada. Okay. Super bad. That's what she called it. So like they said, over her career, she's lived up to it. 25 and 0. Got a 7-second stoppage. Knockout. Not TKO, KO. 7 seconds. I'm gonna have to find that. Miranda Atkins. Yeah. Have to find that later. At number 6. This is where the disagreement might come in at. Okay. This is where now that top 5, man, I put that up against anybody. But this is where the disagreement might start, right? Chair. At number 6. Okay. There it is. Know who that is? That's Natasha Jonas. Where's Al Booker at? He always disagreeing with me about stuff. He ain't in here today. He might be listening. If you're listening to Al Booker, what you think? Natasha Jonas, number 6? Yeah. I did it because, I don't know. She beat I wanted to put Michaela Mayer in front of her, and I think Michaela Mayer won that fight, but they gave it to Natasha, so, I went with the judges. They just fought, matter of fact. Okay, now, she turned pro in 2017. She's born and still resides in Liverpool in the UK. She's at 18 fights. No, she's at 19 because she's got 15 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 1 no contest, and 9 knockouts. Okay, that's not bad. 9 and 15. For the women. I gotta know. Calculator right here. That is what is that? That is 60%. That ain't bad. 60%. Not bad. For women's boxing. No. Now, of course, like I said, her last fight was Michaela Mayer. And that was in January this year. 3 months back. Split decision. Very good fight. Close fight. That was on the undercard of those 2 light heavyweights over there in England. The 2 friends. I can't think of the names. Yeah. I cannot think of their names. But they was former sparring partners, real good friends. The winner called out the winner of Bivol and Beterbiev. Beterbiev, you know what I'm talking about, the Russian guy. Well, Canadian guy, excuse me. Yeah, I can't think of those 2 guys. Promoted by Boxer. Well, Natasha Jonas. Okay, that fight, her and Michaela Mayer was on that card. Now, her next fight, nothing scheduled to be announced. Now, she's a former Olympian, too, for the UK. She has a draw against Terry Harper. That was a good fight. And a narrow points loss to KT herself. All right. Those are her only blemishes. Wait a minute. Somebody else, because she got 2 losses. Okay, I don't know the other one. I messed up there. She had a draw with Terry Harper and a loss to Katie Taylor, and I didn't put her at other loss, but she does have 2. Sorry about that. And a narrow, yeah. Those are not the only blemishes. She got 1 more blemish. In her last fight, she retained the IBF welterweight title against Michaela Mayer. Good, beautiful fight, man. And she is also a 3-belt unified champion at super welterweight. Okay. IBF, WBC, WBO. So she holds titles in two divisions right now. Okay. Super welterweight and welterweight. All right. Natasha Jonas. Okay, yeah, this is where the trouble comes in now. Now I'm up to number 7. Now, Michaela, Natasha, yeah, they could easily be flip-flop, But your Michaela is number 7. That's on the grounds that the judges gave it to Natasha, Yeah. So I did that. I would have gave it to Michaela, but I'm not a judge, so just, But it's my list, so I could have put Michaela in front of Natasha. I just didn't. That was another tough decision. That was the toughest decision other than Amanda and KT at 2 and 3. But 7 is Michaela Mayer, right? She turned pro in 2017. She was born in Woodland Hills, California. She now resides in Colorado Springs, Colorado. 21 fights, 19 wins, 2 losses, 5 knockouts. Okay. Her last fight was Natasha Jonas, January this year. Split decision loss. No next fight. Personally, I would like to see her and Natasha run it back too. Good fight like that, man, should be like an automatic rematch. But that's just us as boxing fans talking, In the perfect world, it would be. Now, Maya is a 2016 U.S. Olympian. Okay. Came up a little short in her last fight, losing a split decision to Natasha Jonas, January 2024. She's a former unified super featherweight champion, holding the WBO and IBF titles before losing them in 2022. Okay. Michaela Mayer. Where am I? 3 more to go. Number 8. Okay. Yeah, I put Jessica on here. There she is. Not me. Jessica McCaskill. Oh, there she go. Supposed to be number 8. Jessica McCaskill. Y'all like that one? Number 8, Jessica McCaskill. She turned pro in 2015. She's born in Chicago, still resides in the Windy City. She has 16 fights, 112, lost 3, 1 draw. Okay. 51. No. 5. How can she have 51 knockouts, Cass, that she only got 15 fights? That's 5 knockouts. When I made my K, I made 2 lines. I said 51 knockouts. That's a hell of a knockout rate. 12 fights, 51 knockouts. What's that knockout rate? 500%? Yeah. 5 knockouts for Jessica. Calls herself Cass Killer. Cass Killer. I like that nickname. Cass Killer. Y'all like that? Cass Killer. I do. Yeah, Jessica McCaskill. She lost to, who did she lose to? Chantel. Somebody over there last year I was watching that. Pretty good fight. I can't remember who it was. It's somebody on this list though. That's what she called herself. Cass Killer. Okay. Jessica. Yeah. Yeah, it was Sandy Ryan. Right. Lost to Sandy Ryan. No. It was a draw. That's not the fight I'm talking about because she definitely lost that one. But her last fight was a split draw with Sandy Ryan in September last year. Okay. It was before that. I think it was over the summer sometime. Oh, she's scheduled. Her next fight is scheduled. It's going to be next month, April 20th, against Ivana Habazin. 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 I don't know. Yeah, but that's her next fight against Ivana. Against her. Okay, Ivana. That's who Jessica's fighting next. That's who Cass Killer's fighting next, okay? And that's April 20th, 2024. Coming up next month. Now, Cass Killer is a 2-division world champion, having held major titles at lightweight and super lightweight. In 2020, she was ranked as the world's best active female welterweight by Ring and Box Rec. After the loss to Chantel Cameron, that's the fight I'm talking about. That was in 2022. I knew it was Chantel, but it wasn't last year. It was the year before. After the loss to Chantel Cameron in 2022, she got back in the win column last year and is planning on another win against Ivana Habazin next month to get back in position for a title shot. Yeah, it was Chantel Cameron, but that was last year. Right. Yeah, I knew it was her. Okay, I'm at number 9 now. At number 9 is Savannah Marshall. Okay. Yeah. Some people may think Savannah should have been a little higher. Okay. She could have been up there in front of the last three, really. She could have been at number 6. And I could have moved Natasha Jonas, uh, Michaela Mayer, and Jessa McCaskill back. Yeah. Could have very easily done that. And it wouldn't have been a bad move. You talking about Caskiller, Remo? Caskiller? Jessica McCaskill? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I could have had Savannah at 6. 6 through 9 is very interchangeable, right? I think. But anyway, Savannah is at 9. She turned pro in 2017, right? Born and still resides in the United Kingdom. 13-1, only lost to the GOAT. 10 knockouts. She has a great knockout rate. Great knockout rate for the women. Oh, and I figured that up, wrote it up there, but I didn't. I figured it out this morning, but I didn't write it up there. So I do it now. Her knockout rate is 76%. Might as well say 80. 80%. That is great. Only lost to the GOAT herself. We all saw that. Was it last year or was it 2022? I think it was 2022. Yeah. It was a good fight, though. She gave a good accounting of herself. He's the only one that ever beat the GOAT, right? That lost to the Olympics. Wasn't that Clarissa's only loss when she lost to her in the amateurs? I think she only lost once in the amateurs, I believe. Okay, you was talking about Caskiller? Remo? Okay. Yeah. Beat the GOAT in the amateurs, but lost to in the professionals. Calls herself the silent assassin. Okay. Her last fight, of course, was Franchon Cruz Dezern. And that was in July of 23. She won by majority decision. It was a good fight. I thought she should have had the unanimous decision. I don't know how one judge gave Franchon 5 rounds. One judge called it a draw. I did not see that. I gave Franchon 2 rounds at the most. Franchon was out there playing tackle and stuff. One round, Franchon gets up off the stool and goes straight to the middle and clinches. Now, clinching is necessary and everything, but not right at the beginning of the round. What you think, Aunt? She came off the stool and went straight to the middle and clinched. For what purpose? Starting the round out clinching? Wow. I just couldn't understand that. But her next fight is nobody's scheduled to be announced, right? Now, although Amanda Serrano, check this out. Although Amanda Serrano may disagree, the silent assassin is generally regarded as the best pound-for-pound puncher in the women's game. Okay. Now, Amanda is got a good knockout rate too. Remember, we just went over that. But Savannah March is known as the top puncher in the women's game now. Amanda's was Amanda got 30 knockouts. Okay. 46 fights. I mean, of course, Savannah got the higher rate because she got a lot less fights. Amanda got 46 fights, and Savannah only got 13. So, of course, she got the much higher knockout rate. But Amanda, she's got a pop. Her rate is 65%. In 46 fights, that is good for women's boxing. But, yeah, Savannah is considered pound for pound hardest puncher in the women's game. And like I say, Amanda may disagree. Okay. Savannah has a eye-popping 77% knock. Okay, I wrote it down. I knew I had figured it earlier. I put it down here. 77%, I say 80. I rounded off. 77% knockout rate. That's outstanding for women's boxing. Outstanding. Okay. She's formerly one of the limited, what is that word? Is my hand right? Oh, amount. Sorry. Can't even read my own hand right. She's formerly one of the limited amount of undisputed champions in the 4-belt era. Right. Yeah. Not many. What is it now? Like 12 or something? In the 4-belt? It's getting up there because we adding them on. But it's under 15. I know that. And Savannah is one of them. Okay? Savannah is one of them. I'm going to do this last one. Then we're going to drop the wrench in. Remo going to give us a preview. But it's not just for Remo. If anybody want to hit the link, come on up. Okay? We're just going to get out. Let's talk fashion preview, but it's for everybody. Okay? The link is for everyone. And we're at number 10. Y'all may not agree with this one, but I do. I mean, I made it. Put Daphne at turn. Daphne Pursoon. The veteran. The veteran Daphne Pursoon. Still bad, too. Okay? At 10. From Belgium. Is Belgium in Eastern Europe? I'm not sure. If it is, she's one of a long line of great Eastern European fighters, men and women. Is it? I don't know. No, it's over there somewhere. I believe it is, right? Yeah. So another one in a great line of Eastern European fighters. You know, Usyk, Lomachenko, Bivol, the Klitschko's, Delphine Pursoon. Okay, she turned pro in 2009. That's why I say the veteran. Same year Amanda did. She was born and still resides in West Vlaanderen, Belgium. Okay, that's another one. That's why, bear with me for a minute. That's why now these words, I'll let y'all see them for yourself. Because I don't know what that is. I think I was close though. Vlaanderen. Y'all let me know if I was close. There it is. West Vlaanderen. Ain't that it? Well, they got two A's in it though. Vlaanderen. Yeah. The one A is silent. That's how they spell words over that way though. West Vlaanderen. Ain't that right? Yeah. Give me a thumbs up. West Vlaanderen. Thumbs down if it's wrong. But anyway, that's where she was born and that's where she currently lives. She has 52 total fights. She's won 49, lost 3. She has 19 knockouts. That's decent for women. 49 fights, so she done stopped 19 people. Her last fight was November of last year against Augustina Marissa Berlin Rojas. Damn, how many names she got? Augustina Marissa Berlin Rojas. Next fight, nothing on the schedule for her. To be announced, right? Now, talk about Daphne a little bit. Then I'm going to drop the link. Pursoon made 9 successful title defenses of the WBC lightweight strap, but she is best known for pushing Katie Taylor to the limit in June 2019 when they met in an undisputed title clash. Taylor won by close split decision, but, including me, many people thought the judges got it wrong. 38-year-old veteran has won 49 of 52 fights in her career, and she's closer to the end than the beginning. But super featherweights better bring their lunch pail when going up against her because she's still a tough night's work. Okay? The veteran. Daphne Pursoon. I mean, that's not a nickname, that's what I'm calling her. The veteran. Okay, here comes the link. Remo gonna give us a preview. Let's talk fashion tomorrow. But this is not just for Remo, it's for anybody who wants to hit it. We got like 15 minutes to chop it up in here. Okay. 15 minutes. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 6 minutes to get fresh. You're on. Oh, excuse me. I got carried away. Here's the link. Sounded good though, didn't it? I'm just killing time while I'm messing with this link. I got it. I'm good now. Yeah. Okay, now this is for anybody who wants to tap it, tap it. Tap it up, tap it down. We're gonna tap it. There it is. Okay. Tomorrow is going to be 15 fights that got away from us. Gonna be some disappointing fights that we wanted and didn't get, right? Fights that we got and surprised the hell out of us. Like always, go back to the month then, Cool Boy. And Bud and Earl. That's tomorrow. Thursday is and a Pro Box preview. Right? Thursday is what is Thursday? The fix is in. I got a group of fights where the fix was definitely in. Okay. And then Friday, it's gonna be our weekly. We're gonna do a preview every week on a former boxer. It's Joe Dixon, the first black boxer to ever win a title, and the first black athlete to ever win any kind of championship. Just Do Boxing, the voice in the building, everybody. Yeah, Joe Dixon was the first black boxer to win any kind of championship: basketball, football, baseball, hockey. And I guess we still haven't had a black athlete win a hockey championship yet. But yeah, Joe, soccer, track and field, kickball, dodgeball, whatever. He was the first black athlete to ever win a title. Tennis, golf, weightlifting, whatever. Soccer. Did I say kickball? Yeah, he was first. But our sport, boxing, especially, yeah. Joe Dixon, we're going to talk about him Friday. Don't miss that one. We're going to do one every week. We'll never run out of names because it's once a week. Just Do Boxing, the voice in the building, coming up in about 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Exactly. Because it's 3:45. Oh, yeah. I figured this show would take up to 3:45. And there's Remo from hashtag Let's Talk Fashion. There he is. What's up, Remo?
Yo, yo, yo. What's up, Cass? Appreciate you.
Not too much. Another week that went past. It seems like you do your show every day too, bro. Wow, seems like I do mine 3 or 4 times a day.
Listen, man, y'all set the blueprint, man. I just follow. That's all.
I'm just talking about how fast this time is flying past us, man.
Listen, and the change of the timing don't help.
Oh yeah, right. It definitely didn't. It definitely didn't. What's going on tomorrow, though?
Nothing, man. Before I even get started on tomorrow, I just want to thank you for lending me a platform to continuously, give an update on what's going on my show, man. Definitely appreciate you, man.
I want to know too.
and
early. I want to see early what's happening.
Listen, and teaching us is boxing, because I'm the king of the casuals. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, come on, man! I told you to stop that.
No, I know, but I still gotta raise the flag for the casual community.
Yeah, I know. I was just picking with you, but you're a hardcore if I ever seen one.
Appreciate you, but tomorrow we're gonna it's gonna be a little different from this just fashion. We're gonna be talking about the community and the culture of tattoo life in sports, and when it changed the guards of our athletes that we raise our hands for, whether it be Michael Jordan, whether it be Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray, whether it be those cats who we depicted as like heroes. Michael Jackson, whoever we seen as like iconic heroes during that time, and when it changed to like the time where it's like Allen Iverson really raised the flag as the guy, and how it kind of evolved into the Attitude Era, and how hip hop kind of changed in that realm from the Run DMCs, and we started getting like the Tupacs and the real like expressionary art when it came to body work, especially the graffiti era. So we kind of intertwined all of that into one show.
Oh man, that's gonna be good.
This one's gonna be really, really good. And I actually said, I know I'm a pain in the ass for you guys because as a young guy, he's like, oh, this young guy, he's crazy. But I got even somebody younger than me to give a different perspective on their lens of, fashion and the culture from the 30 down range. Because I'm the 40 plus. I'm the 30 plus, almost 40. So I'm getting an idea of the level behind me and seeing how they think. So this one is very entertaining. Very entertaining.
Yeah, sound like it. I'm looking forward to that one.
It's gonna be fun, man.
We coming up with some creative ideas on these shows too.
I'm just trying to have fun with it, man. You guys laid the blueprint. I'm just going ahead with it. You know, the JBT got me locked in, and I'm just having fun with it, man. Overall.
Yeah. Okay, you're doing a good job over there. Yeah.
Appreciate it. Also, I would like to announce on the show today on CAS Sports the historian of boxing itself that we will be live on Facebook and Instagram at the same time. So if you're not really a YouTube guy, and I have like 7,000 plus followers on Instagram, they are able to lock in with me on Instagram as well now and check me out and see what's going on. So
So you probably be even bigger over there. You got I know you don't. You got 7,000 followers over there. Wow.
Yeah, I got a lot of followers with the brand, and I do got the shirt merch now, and I'm just having fun with it, man. I definitely appreciate everybody on the platform, and especially you for giving me the green light to really talk about what I got coming up, man. I definitely appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what's happening. That's a good one tomorrow, though. Wow.
Yeah, man. Cause when you think about it, like back in the day, like in the 80s, early 90s, you mainly knew biker boys for having full body tattoos. So it's a little different in the culture today, where body art is considered is intertwined with hip hop, sports, and all of that. So we just having fun with it.
Because I grew up in the 80s era, in my 20s. I don't have not one tattoo. We wasn't even into tattoos back then.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
I got a tattoo. We thought you was crazy back in them days. What the hell are you doing?
Why you putting that? And I get it from my parents.
Yeah.
What you putting all that stuff on your skin for? But now it's more considered an art form, and people are making businesses out of it. And we highlighting that as well, where business intertwined with the culture itself.
So you see them nowadays. There's not a blank spot anywhere on them.
Listen, I got a lot of ink over here, and a lot, and even a lot of the gangsters back in the days didn't want to be identified with tattoos because of the law.
Right, that's right. Yeah.
So it's like I'm just here to intertwine the culture in itself, man.
Lonnie Lee had a question for you. He said, "What's your IG handle?"
It's RICHE_threads.
Okay. You get that, Lonnie Lee?
I'm gonna say it again. RICHE. So it's rich with an E_threads.
Okay. Is it capital letters or small letters?
It's all small letters. Either or, it should pop up, man.
Okay.
And we've had a lot of stars.
_threads.
_threads.
Okay. Oh shoot! I put the wrong thing. I'm putting it in the chat for him. I put a dash instead of underscore.
Don't worry. Listen, we're gonna get Cass on his IG game crazy, man. We're gonna get you right too, man. Because you give a lot of knowledge that I think that people should be like everybody should hear this, man. Not just the people in boxing, but because I'm not a boxing fanado. I started to enjoy boxing, but to hear about the things that you talk about is very informative, and it's fun.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate it, man. Yeah.
Definitely want to thank you again, man.
No problem. I'm just doing what I do. I'm always, and it helps that I got a hardcore boxing fan as a wife too, because I know a lot of wives would be like, "You always sitting there in front of that desk with your Those in some book or on YouTube or the laptop. But shoot, I woke up Sunday. She was watching the old fights. So
So,
yeah, that
so
helps.
you yeah. Listen, my wife, she's like, you know what? You enjoying this, man? Keep going with it. Like,
Yeah.
because she's enjoying it. I got the kids involved. You know,
Right, right. That's good. Yeah,
everybody's enjoying the journey at this point. You know.
that's cool. Yeah, that was cool with the kids in it. That is very good.
Getting them
Something for them
involved.
to look forward to when they get older, man. They can start their channel or something.
To be honest with you, my son, he knows a lot about this YouTube stuff, and he tells me
Hmm.
about a lot of the people have big handles and the way they do it. And I'm like, how you know all of this, man? You spend too much time
Yeah,
on your iPad, you know. But I'm learning while he's learning, and it's cool.
yeah. My grandson is 13. He has his channel already. Yeah, he got
He,
buku
you might
followers.
you might have to get him down with the JBT.
Right.
Why
Man, it's
not?
weird though. His name is like 50 characters, man. And there's people that love that. I can't even pronounce it. Man. It's like,
But you got to
wow.
be, but to be honest with you, the mystique of that is
Yeah,
what the people enjoy. That's why people love Tank, because he's the mystique of Tank.
exactly.
They really can't figure out his day to day, but when he does speak, he breaks the internet each and every time. Whether he
Hmm.
posts something and delete it, like they feed on everything that they
Yeah.
see he puts out.
I think he started to do that on purpose too. He probably at first I think it was an accident, but he started because people was eating that up.
Yep,
He
yep,
just
and he
kept
has
it going.
exactly, and he got
Yeah.
followers following behind him with a strategic method, and it's working in his favor.
Hmm.
We might have to
Yeah.
put something out his book. You might have to delete. You might have to say some wild thing on like Twitter or something, and get it, and delete it, Cass.
Yeah. Yeah. I might
You
pop
might
surprise y'all and have Tank on here one
you might
day.
have to you might have to jump out and say, Sugar Ray would not Tank out, and then people praise doing that.
I know they would. Yep. Yeah. I'm gonna have Tank on here one day.
One day, man.
That's my homeboy then.
We
That'd be
talking
something.
everything into existence, man. For real, for
Yeah.
real. I got a question for you though.
Hmm.
What you think about that whole Belenga and Danny Jacobs face off?
I didn't see it yet. What happened?
I just seen that they faced off, and it was at a game I was at the Garden. But they
Yeah.
both from New York.
Right.
Belenga's trying
Right.
to get in that conversation of the Canelo sweepstakes. So it's like
Yeah.
Danny Jacobs. He's not a name that you really would say is like popular, but he's
No.
still a dangerous fight
He's
for
known.
Belenga. Yeah,
Exactly.
he's known that it's from the New York area, so that
Yeah.
fight should sell out, whether it be in the
Yeah.
small garden or the little garden or the Barclay, whichever one you want to put it in. But I think Jacobs has a good resume,
Yeah,
and
he does. Now
Belenga
let me
being
ask you
in New
this,
York,
Remo.
shoot, go
Now
ahead.
this face off, was it a formal face or they just happened to run into each other somewhere or something?
With boxing, you never know. It's like the soap operas, man, because they
That's
probably
true.
put them in the same place where they could run into each other, where it could be a topic of conversation, and then the interest in the
Yeah.
conversation could build a fight. And
Because
being
this
that
was at a game or something, right?
this was at the Knicks game, but
Okay.
they're both from New York. Danny
Right.
Jacobs is
Right.
from Brownsville, and I don't know where Belenga's from. I'm not sure.
Okay.
He might be from uptown. I'm not sure, but you get that whole Puerto Rican and black culture in Brooklyn. It's
Yeah.
like
Oh
they can
yeah.
feed off one
That'll be
another.
big
And
up there, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
if Belenga can't get a Canelo fight, that's not a bad fight
No, it isn't.
for him to put his name in the hat, because Belenga has fought Triple G and he fought Canelo.
That sure have. That'd be a
And,
good name on Belanca's resume. If he can beat, he might not be able to beat Janny.
and that's why it's a good test for
Yeah.
Belenga. And if Danny wants to continue his career, and I think he's 36, 37 years old, if he wants to continue his career, that'd be a good name to knock off. Almost like old man Barroso. Like when people
Yeah,
think
that's
that
true.
you're too old and you no longer have that synonymous name in the game, you kind of knock somebody off like Pacquiao did to Thurman.
That's right.
Put your name back in the hat. You might not be at the
Sure
top of the
did.
top, but you still putting your name in the fact where you can get another paycheck for your family. That's more important sometimes.
Yeah, they work wonders for Pacquiao. He got a couple good fights. He was getting ready to get the Earl fight, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Until he got offset by what's his name?
Ugas.
Ugas. Ugas put a
Yeah,
beating
that was
on him,
it.
man. Hey,
That was
Ugas.
it for Manny, wasn't it? After that, I think.
Yeah, he was eating out of straw, man. His wife was feeding him for like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, that was bad. Yeah.
You know,
Okay, Remo, you got anything else before we
no,
get
that's
out of
it.
here?
That's it, my brother. Another amazing show. I appreciate you once again. Keep doing your
Okay.
thing and keep teaching the community, man.
Okay.
All right,
And that's
brother.
Remo. Hashtag Let's Talk Fashion tomorrow at 10 a.m. Okay, check it out. And that's another Cast Sports in the history books. Just Do Boxing, Ant McQueen, Lonnie Lee, hashtag JBT, Mike Masick, Remo, hashtag JBT, hashtag Let's Talk Fashion. Oh, that was backwards. Remo, hashtag Let's Talk Fashion, hashtag JBT. Skywalker Boxio, hashtag TWT, the winning team, another good organization over there. Joy Faint 757, and Miss Cass, hashtag JBT. That's the money behind the Cass Sports Channel. Salute, Miss Cass. All right. And appreciate Remo coming up on the panel again, helping me out here. Okay. You ready to get up out of here now? Another Cass Sports in the books. I appreciate everybody for continuing to rock with my growing channel. I'll be back tomorrow at 2. Everybody have a good day. Cass Sports.